Hello everyone and welcome back to another CPL event that's Casual Predecessor League, the one and only amateur league featuring viewer submitted games from all ranks, bronze to Paragon. I'm your host Turkey. Let's dive right in and meet the players. On the blue seed, playing on the Dawn side, you got Captnlevi on the Murdoch with a Decker support played by Murder01. You've got Bellica in the mid lane played by My True Meaning. Discussed painted 2-1s on the Aurora in the jungle, and a Death.tv on the Twin Blast in the offlane. Ooh. Then you've got for the Dusk team, Jadedaesthetic playing the Wraith with a Rampage support played by Barry there. Gideon played by Sean the Best in the mid lane, and then Bayako is playing Grux in the jungle against Abbesive and a Quang on the off lane. Now, the objective of a game of Predecessor is to destroy the enemy's core. That's the large crystal in each team's base. And the way to do that is to push your team's minions through each of the enemy's towers. Tier 1 first, followed by the Tier 2 tower, and then finally the inhibitor. Now, once the inhibitor goes down, you will be able to start doing damage to that enemy core, and that's how you're going to win the game. A few notable points of interest. You have... let's get rid of that foliage. On our left side, on the Dawn left side, you're going to have your Fangtooth objective spawning here. This is a stacking buff. It can be collected and stacked up to 3 times, and after the 3rd time, it's going to turn into a Primal Fangtooth, giving you and your team a huge damage buff. Great for team fights. On the other side, you've got the Orb Prime, which will spawn the mini orb buff here before the 20-minute mark, giving that super minion aura to anyone who has the buff. And then after the 20-minute marks, it grows up, it turns into the Orb Prime, and it gives you a whole team-wide buff, though it's much harder to take down. Now, I've been seeing a few Rampage supports here lately in my own games. Actually, this is one of them. And they've been a little tough to deal with. Rampage has that tankiness. He's got his boulder throws so that he can do some sort of crowd control. You know, catch one of these champs too far away from the safety of the tower, and they will go down. And then one thing, which you might not think of first at bat, his ability to help secure jungle camps is really quite nice. I've seen him paired up with quite a few Borises, and between Boris and Rampage, they've taken out early spawning Fangtooths without a problem early in the match. Grux taking up his whole right side jungle. That's his right side, his red buff side. Aurora coming in through the river onto this Gideon in the mid lane. How's this going to play out? Let's see. Gideon just going to flash right away. Wow, well played, Aurora. And it looks like we have a crash on the Predecessor servers. We'll be right back. Hold that thought. Alright, there's the Aurora going into the mid lane, gonna push that Gideon away. He's just gonna straight up flash. Probably a smart call. Grux over here hanging out, going through this left side fail. I think he wants to do some action on the Decker and Murderer. Or the Decker and the Murdoch. Sorry, that's Decker played by Murderer. And then he's just gonna back right up. They don't have that warded, but I think they must have seen him. Playing a little bit safer. Bellica now in the mid lane. Grux gonna come up from behind with the smash and grab through the veil. Gonna miss. Charge right in there and just missed that as well. It was a good try there. Aurora jumping down from the high ground though to chase him off. Oh goodness, camera control a little too bad. Twin Blast and Quang over here. Let's see what they're doing. Little 1v1 dueling action here. Now I think the Twin Blast is going to have the advantage. He's got the range advantage. He's got the double tap passive. If he can hit 1, he can most likely hit 2. Quang, on the other hand, going to want to tether in just like that with the Tether of the Heavens, forcing Twin Blast to flash out. Probably just going to safely go ahead and take the base. That's not a bad call in my book. Back in the mid lane, Lieutenant Bellica clearing up this wave. River Minions have spawned for the first time, but I didn't see who took them. Meanwhile, Decker and Murdoch over here engaging onto the Wraith and the Rampage. Surprise, surprise, comes down. There's a nanite grenade from Wraith. That ability is called Peekaboo. Rampage with the boulder throw. He's going to leap, pounce right on there. Wraith just going to want to chase down this Murdoch if at all possible. But he's going to get clapped instead. Well played. My camera control is a little off today. I haven't been able to cast a game in a few days. The Predecessor servers have been getting me quite a bit of trouble. Aurora warding that entrance, this enemy entrance into the river to keep an eye on that Fangtooth. Gonna take a base right there, sees the Gideon. Gideon want to auto attack, said, hey no, come look at me. Glacial charge in there. Boreal Sweep goes down. He opens the Cosmic Rift, and then he's going to have to portal out of there. Smash and grab comes out onto the Aurora. Then there's a Void Breach followed up by Gideon. Oh. Bellica going to throw some autos out there, drop a droid bomb, and let Aurora safely get back. Twin Blast and Quang now. Back to dueling. Also, a really large wave for Twin Blast here. These green minions. These minions with these green health bars. But Quang's just going to easily clear that up with a Judgment of the Heavens. Quang going in on top of his tether. All of his abilities are of the heavens. They're a little hard to say. Now he's just going to want to basic attack Twin Blast down. It's really just going to be the only way he can handle with this. Twin Blast dashes out. Rocket dashes out. Quang missing the tether, but he follows up with the surge. That's the charge in there. Aurora's going to show up, try to help Twin Blast out, recover one of those kills, but she's going to let Quang go. Over here in the left lane, we got some real action going on. Maybe. Oh, let's run that back 10 seconds. Bellica rotating over for the mid lane. Gideon following her. There's a Grux in the jungle. Now, Aurora, we know, is on the right side. It's the 4v3. Grux hits the smash and grab, pulls the Decker. She's going to use a Rocket Boost, jump out of there. Seismic Assault comes out for Bellica. Containment Fist goes down with Photon Disruptor. Quang ends up killing Aurora somewhere over there on the right lane. We'll have to go back and check that out. Lots of damage going out here from each team. Void Bomb goes down onto the Wraith. Gideon, very low health. He needs to base. But he can also safely stand way back and shoot some ability as long as his teammates are here. Now, there's a ward, so they will see the rotation back to mid lane. Rampage throws out the boulder. Is he going to leap in? No, he's not going to pounce. Wraith just going to try to take a safe little knock-knock there. Now, I would imagine that Quang probably just came back. He went to base after killing the Twin Blast. Aurora showed up, held the wave, stayed too long. Quang tried to fight her and just took her out. Lieutenant Bellica going to secure that black buff there. I think it's the black buff that gives you extra movement speed. And then she's going to take a base in the Vale. Gideon checking that side of the river, knowing he must have had it on timer that she's taking it. Aurora coming out of the Vale here on top of the Gideon. I'm not sure what she's trying to accomplish here. She's going to take a Cosmic Rift right to the face. A Void Breach and a Cosmic Rift, sorry. Oh, what happened over here? That just happened. We can roll that back.
Of the stars.
Decker Wraith pushing up on, or Decker Murdoch pushing onto the Wraith. Rampage coming back all the way from base. Murdoch pushing up. He's going to put a ward down. There's the ward. Greg was in the surprise, hit the peekaboo. Containment Fist goes down, but Rampage comes right out of the jungle to pounce on Boulder Throw and take out the Murdoch. Aurora traveling back to her 4 camp on the left side jungle. I love the way the Cosmic Rifts just come right out of the sky. Gideon with the 1.4 update. He's got a little, he's got a passive ability update. Whenever he hits one of those abilities and he's close enough to the enemy that he's struck, he will latch a tether onto them that will, I think it takes maybe 2 seconds. He's got to stay within range for 2 whole seconds, and it will then root them, which I didn't think Gideon needed the crowd control, but Amanda said we're going to give it to him anyway, and I like the play. Bellica getting smash and grab, then charge knockup. That's called Crush, sorry, the Crush knockup. Now being chased down by the Gideon. He's going to use the Black Hole and miss completely. Bellica getting all the way back to a tier 2 tower, hitting the Seismic Assault, but still being taken out by the Gideon. That's a 2v1 dive. Just all the way back. They actually went through the jungle, so they didn't go through the entire, through the tier 1 tower. Aurora now showing up in the mid lane, trying to provide some assistance, at least in the form of holding up these minions. Bellica going to be spawning just now. Aurora going to take a little bit of that farm for herself. Let's go check back up on our left side here. Now the score is 1-4. Blue team 1 kill, red team 4 kills. How's the distribution? It looks like Quang, played by Abbesive over in the offlane, is going to have 2 of those 4 kills. So he might have a little advantage here, continuing this laning phase. He also has a level advantage, being level 8. Yeah, his abilities are the Fury of the Heavens, the Surge of the Heavens, the Judgment of the Heavens, and the Light of the Heavens. I will try to do my best to call them out as I see them. Surge of the Heavens is going to be his dash ability. His Light of the Heavens is going to be his tether, and the judgment of heavens is going to be... Oh, there's some action going down over here. Is going to be his shield and AoE burst. Alright, let's back this up 10 seconds. Let's go 10 more. Aurora on that Fangtooth. She's taking it out solo. Got Decker and Murdoch pushed up towards the river, trying to keep Wraith and Rampage backed up. Bellica and Gideon both rotating together in the river there. Now, are they going to combine forces and fight this together as a team? Wraith forcing to flash out to his team in the river. I think that was a smart move. Aurora's still on. No, she's not on the Fangtooth. She backed off. Photon disruptors coming out from the left side. Now the team, Gideon Grux jumping onto the Bellica. Ooh, Cryosizer comes out from the Aurora. She's going to slow up and root both the Wraith and the Rampage, but she's dealing enough damage here. She does deal some damage, but she's going to get taken out. Murdoch shows up, puts some basic attacks out. Gideon's Void Breach going to slap the Murdoch, and then he's going to use his Torn Space ability to portal out of there. Grux sweeping up behind Decker and Murdoch. He wants to 1v2 here, and I think again hits the Crush ability. Gideon coming back, throwing a Void Breach down. He might take out the Murdoch here. Oh, he's just going to let him go. Grux might just... Is he going to chase this down? He might be a little low health due to the Fangtooth, but they do want to drop a ward, and I think that's going to be the best play here. Just back it up. Go get your... Drop your wards. Go to base. Do your buys. Live to fight for the next fight. Twin Blast rotating over here to this left side jungle. I'm not sure what they were doing over here. Maybe playing a little game of Ring Around the Rosie or something. Follow the leader, perhaps. Quang going in. That's the, I believe that's the Judgment of the Heavens ability right there. Vortex Grenade comes out to not much effect. Twin Blast looks like he's getting beat up over here a little bit, but he does have the range advantage. So once he gets some items on him, he's still going to be a carry. Over here on the left side, I see Aurora in the left-hand river. Placing her own ward down onto the Fangtooth. Wraith using his specialty passive wards to take out one of the blue team's wards. Now, Aurora is in that river between a Grux and a Wraith. But they're not going to... I think they do see her there. They've got enough wards. If she stepped close enough over here... Yep, there's plenty of red wards over here. She can't step anywhere near this pit without being seen. Murdoch and Wraith fighting over here. Okay, let's see how this goes. Who's the aggressor? Alright, Wraith pushing out of his tower to engage the Murdoch. He's got a surprise up, which makes him invisible. Nanite Grenade goes out and lands. Knock comes out. But Murdoch's just dealing real damage, just hitting basic after basic attack. I hear the shotgun, but I didn't see a knockback. Rampage now going to show up. Rumble down onto the Murdoch. Nanite Grenade's slow. Rampage going to finish the kill. Aurora. Glacier charging in there. She wants to get that Wraith, but he goes invisible, and she didn't know where it was. How can you chase? How can you kill what you cannot see? Bellica rotating from the mid lane with this Gideon. They're sticking right on top of each other as far as these rotations goes, and that's going to be pretty decent. Now Decker getting caught out by the Gideon, not seeing him come up. Seismic Assault comes out to knock him up, slow him up. Decker and Lieutenant Bellica together. Wraith hitting the knock, Nanite Grenade. Gideon portals in and then hits his black hole. Oh my goodness, Lieutenant Bellica going to go down to the Rampage jump and rumble. More Nanite Grenades going out to slow him down. Murdoch hitting with a shotgun blast, knocking Wraith back into a trap. Decker going to hit that stasis bomb to slow him up again. But they're just, they're out of advantage here. They do not have the team advantage to take this on. I think they know that. Red team just going to back up. I think they want to go for this Fangtooth. Indeed, they do. And this is one of the cool things about having that Rampage on as your support, is that you're going to be able to take these Fangtooths. We're going to check back here. But first, what happened on the right lane? Twin Blast, it's a Ventilator ultimate onto the Quang. Grux comes out at the same time as Aurora from the right side river to go into this right lane. Twin Blast gonna go down. Aurora hits the Cryosize on the Grux. Wants to get some damage out there before Quang comes back over here. Grux gonna... I didn't see a Warlord's charge. I thought I heard it, but that kind of just him doing Grux things, making Grux sounds. Aurora's now gonna fight inside of that little passive of hers. She has a little Blizzard that does a % health damage around her. And are they gonna dive? No, it doesn't appear so. Back to the fight on the Fangtooth. Looks like the red team decided to just back off. Murdoch, Decker, and Bellica must have showed up and pushed him back. Decker trying to get a little bit of poke on there. Hit a Photon Disruptor. Grux sneaking from behind the corner. Did you see that? Right from this sneaky Rook. Right from behind the corner. Let's see it from his point of view here. He sees the Murdoch. Oh, a beautiful smash and grab. Murdoch hits on the sirens and tries to movement speed out of there. He's gonna get away, dodging the boulder throw from the Wraith. Sorry, the Rampage. Wraith can't throw any boulders. He throws little bitty grenades. Nanite grenades, they're called. But the name of the ability is called Peekaboo, and that's just so strange to say. I feel like I need to explain that. When you see the grenade go down, it's pretty clear that it's a nanite grenade, but I don't know. We'll just see how. I don't know. I don't like that ability. I might just have to change it to nanite grenade for my own state of mind. Gideon, Lieutenant Bellica here, just going to trade back and forth, clearing out these waves. Twin Blast being oppressed by this Quang. Oh my goodness. Let's rack this up. Back this up. Quang hits the tether out there. Judgment of the Heavens coming through as well. And he's... Where is it? There's the Surge of the Heavens. He's going to just dash in there and slap him with another basic attack. This poor Twin Blast is just getting bullied. This isn't right. The ranged champions are supposed to be bullying the melee champions. Meanwhile, Gideon and Grux are both on the mini or prime, and I think they're going to secure this without a problem. Aurora on her left side jungle. Wraith and Rampage, what are they setting up here? Ah, the old Rampage boulder throw from behind the wall. Wraith wanting to hit that nanite grenade on Murdoch. Missing the knock-knock. I'm pretty sure he hit that grenade, though. A little hard sometimes when I'm on the blue side and the red lane is being aggressive. Aurora and Lieutenant Bellica gonna go ahead and take that Fangtooth, knowing they were on the mini or prime. Gideon drops a Cosmic Rift on top of Bellica's head. Decker's the one that gets rooted, however. She must have got hit. Murdoch getting beaten up over here by Wraith on the left side. Aurora, Glacial Charge over the wall there. Gonna drop down a Horcrux, slow up this Rampage. Does she have anything else? She's gonna flash in on top of that Wraith. Finish him off right there. And then you got what happened over here? Hold on, let's get this angle back again. We've got Aurora behind us. There she goes with that Cryosize. Gideon jumping in, hitting the black hole, forcing Bellica to flash out. Decker stuck all by her lonesome in the hallway. Grux gonna charge in and try to beat her up. And I think he will succeed. Aurora now showing up to help deal with this Gideon here. She's probably gonna go down for this, but she uses her Frozen Simulacrum to jump out of there, followed by a Glacial Charge. Lieutenant Bellica is gonna drop a Void Bomb behind the Seismic Assault. Grux jumping in from the back of the tower. Beautiful Warfrost to go down. Bellica's probably gonna die here, though. Yes, she will, but so will Grux. My goodness, what a play. I'm not sure if you could do much better in that situation. Maybe if you got the Gideon too, it would have been an excellent play, but we're looking at one death on each team on the scoreboard for now. So yeah, that's an excellent recovery. I'm not sure who started that fight, but I know who ended it. Twin Blast now bullying this Quang out of the lane. That's going to be real nice. It's going to get some... Is the Tower Gold still up? Negative. Not Tower Gold, Tower Plates. So before, I think it's, I want to say 14-minute mark, you have 4 or 5 Tower Plates. They drop gold just like you just saw there. And I think it's just a way to give you extra gold while protecting the tower from being pushed down too early. Twin Blast, is he going to take the Arc Shot Gateway? He's thinking about it. He is absolutely thinking about it. Trying to see how it shapes up. He's going to decide to take a base and buy. Lieutenant Bellica here on the right. Ooh, Gideon portaling up and over to cut this Lieutenant Bellica off from her retreat path. Void Drone goes down. Gideon immediately going to start focusing onto that. What ability is that? Torn Space. That's his portaling ability, but I like saying the portal because it's really obvious. There's Seismic Assault goes down. It's going to hit him. No Void Bomb follow-up, though. She's going to focus on those waves. Oh, she's also going to be... Oh, goodness. Let me back this up real quick. I see fights breaking out all over the place. Quang coming up from the right side of the jungle. He's going to sneak around and cut that path off as best as he can, trying to hit that tether, but he misses. Followed up with the Surge of the Heavens. He's going to dive right in on this Bellica. I'm pretty sure he's going to get her between the two of them. The Cosmic Rift. She's going to go down. Grux now invading on this left side of the jungle. He's going to take that 3 camp there of Aurora. I see Aurora there going over to mid lane. She's probably just going to want to hold it up as best as she can for her Lieutenant Bellica. Twin Blast now showing up on the rotation. Glacial Charge goes in. Twin Blast dives in. And they're just going to push him back. Ventilate comes out, try to finish off the Gideon, but it will not connect. Grux now on the left side of the river, moving towards mid lane. I see fights I see fights happening. I'm not sure where to go. Let's stick right here. Aurora and Twin Blast now pushed up between the tier 1 and the 2 tower. They're gonna get the Gideon eventually. Grux gonna charge in there and knock that one guy up. Pull, smash and grab on the Aurora. Can she fight him? She doesn't want to. She's going to use her Glacial Charge, followed by the Frozen Symbol Active to get out of there. Followed up then by a Cryoseism. Missing the Grux, however. Did she have enough to get away? She dodges the tether. Grux charges in after her. They're gonna dive this tower again to get her. Hits the Hoarfrost, but they've just got too much health. They've just got too much health. They will survive. The tower is not going to do that much damage, at least not at this point in the game. Unless they're sitting there for 3 or 4 tower shots, that is. Alright, Grux coming in from the portal. I think they're seen by the deck of the Murdoch. Wraith had tried to throw out an nanite grenade. Ooh, great little stasis bomb there. I think that's going to beat him up, and Murdoch is going to take out the Wraith. Grux now finding Bellica, or Bellica now finding Grux in her jungle, her team's jungle. She has decided to assault. They're going to fight for the blue buff, but Grux is going to finish it off. He's going to use the blast cone and get the heck on out of there. Murdoch, however, jumping over, wants to get some action here. He can finish off the Grux, but Grux is just going to run away. What do we got here? I hear someone fighting. Aurora now showing up in the mid lane. I think she's going to, yes she is. Boreal Sweep goes out onto the Gideon. He's going to use Torn Space ability to get out of there. I'm pretty sure all towers are still up, but they will be going down here soon. Decker and Murdoch attacking this Rampage. He's all by himself. They don't see the Grux in that jungle there. They've got no wards, no advance notice. Rocket Boost comes out. Grux gonna charge, followed up with a smash and crash against that fence and pulls Decker into him. Decker flashing out, turns around, stasis bombs on him. Rampage pulls up a rock. He's gonna hit the Decker, but I think she's far enough away. Murdoch trying to hit that shotgun, and well, it just wasn't effective enough. Not strong enough. 3v2 in the duo lane. Can Decker hold on here? Can she get a kill? Help the tower? No. Wraith comes knock. Rampage diving right in there to take her out. That's a bully right there. That Rampage support, it's a bully. A bully pick. Aurora now showing up here in the left lane. I don't know if the Wraith saw her, but she does have Glacial Charge. She should be able to catch up. If she's got some wards, she'll be able to see him no matter what he does. And by what he does, I mean go invisible, surprise, surprise. Can't see me. I'm the ninja, cybernetic, samurai man. Alright, Aurora going in with the Glacial Charge, drops the Hoarfrost. Rampage is going to pounce over the Hoarfrost. Twin Blast is going to dash in there, double up on the Wraith, and then hit the Ventilate. I think Rampage is going to beat him down. Aurora stands there watching. She saw the whole thing happen, powerless to do anything at all. Gideon rotating over. I guess he thinks he can, starting the Fangtooth, actually. Aurora dropping a ward over the wall. Gideon sees it in time to clear it. Now she's going to jump over there. This is a 1v3. Sorry, Decker's here, so 2v3. Hoarfrost comes out on the Gideon. I can't see the Fangtooth help. The Cryoseism comes out for Aurora. She's going to beat up this Gideon. He's going to be forced to portal out. Rampage fighting the Fangtooth. He's tanking the Fangtooth. Aurora looks like she's trying to get out of there, but I don't think she's going to make it, and she's not. Good try, blue team, but with this many players here for the red team, it's going to be hard to take that. You got to get over that wall, see the health at the exact right time to hit that jungle smite, and well then you've got to beat the Grux. Quang over here invading the Grux's jungle. Murdoch shows up, hits with a buckshot. Twin Blast shows up as well. They might be able to chase him down here. They both got movement speed. Vortex Grenade goes out to slow him down, but Quang gonna get that perfect side of that blast cone and get out of there. Uh-oh, looks like Decker's going in on this Wraith and Rampage. Nope. Nope, just hanging back, gonna clear some waves. Get some of that experience and gold back on their team. Now, blue team has 6 kills, red team has 21 kills. That's a massive difference. Taking a look here, the kill distribution is going to be Captnlevi with 3 of those kills for the blue team. That's half the blue team's kill. On the red team, you've got Grux with 7 of them. Oh, and look at the distribution there. 4 on Wraith, 4 on Rampage, 3 on Gideon, 3 on Quang. There's shutdowns all over their Death Side team. So there is a way for blue team to come back with some of that gold, but they're going to need to tighten up their game. They're going to need to tighten up these late laning phases because there's still work to do here in the lane. The tier 1 towers have mostly gone down all across the map. In fact, they have everywhere except the duo lane. But there's still work. We got to get those minions pushed up. There's still experience and gold to collect. If they can tighten up their team fighting, they will be able to collect some of these bounties and offset that difference. Grux now invading the blue side jungle with his Rampage. Wraith in the duo lane, close enough. Looks like Grux gonna go for this Lieutenant Bellica, sweeping the jungle as he goes. That's a high IQ move to sweep your enemy's jungle. Oh, let's back this up real quick.
Judgment.
Oh, one more time. All right, Aurora pushing into the right lane, looking at this Gideon. She wants to get a kill on him. Boreal Sweep goes down, Torch Space goes up. He's on top of this rock here, but the first Sick from Lacrim's going to get her there. Followed up by a Hoarfrost. He's got no portal. If she stays on top, she might just be able to get him. And Crosshauser comes out. He flashes, but it's not enough. Twin Blast with the Vigilate ultimate to finish him up. Quang now surging into his tether to knock up that guy with a beautiful blast cone. Grut's going to smash and grab onto the Aurora, but she's going to use Glacial Charge, and the enemy team's going to follow her right into his Seismic Assault and the waiting arms of Bellica. Hoarfrost goes out, she jukes, she jives, she flashes out eventually. Quang with the Judgment of the Heavens, that's the ultimate ability. Bellica now hits double Seismic Assault again. Void Bomb double proccing, doing good damage. Void Drone comes out to finish off some mana, deal a little bit extra damage. The Grux is going to miss the smash and grab, and then Bellica slowly backing up. She's now caught by the Wraith. Seismic Assault goes down again, but I think that Rock Throw is just going to put her down with the rest of the team here dealing damage. Murdoch Decker now showing up with the Wraith and the Rampage. Wraith wanting to 1v2 him right up, but no immediate support. Rampage, however, pouncing over in his ultimate Behemoth Form, gonna take out the Murdoch. Decker's just gonna slowly back up, Photon Disruptor. After a Stasis Bomb, Containment Field goes down, and she's gonna make it out of here. Assuming Rampage doesn't just dive right in with that massive health pool, and Wraith follow up, yep, she's gonna survive. Oh, there's a parting rock, a boulder throw for you, Decker. I hear an emote, but I'm not seeing it. That was the sound of an overhead emote, which I think are really quite fun to have in the game. You know, we can't be toxic in voice chat, but we can sure be toxic with emo spam now. Quang and Grux now on top of the big Orb Prime. This is the Big Daddy Orb Prime. It's gonna give a team-wide buff on the Super Minions. Aurora sees it going down though. She's got Twin Blast and Decker in the wings. I can't see the health. Aurora's gonna slide up in here, a little weaving, a little moving to the left, moving to the right. She's dodging everything she can from the Wraith at the beginning. Glacial Charge in there. Gideon comes out with the Black Hole, and the blue team kills the Orb Prime. She steals it. Smash Grab comes down. Aurora's Cryo Size is gonna hit three enemy team members. She's just gonna run and just pray that she can escape. I don't think she's gonna make it. Twin Blast here. Quang chasing her down. Twin Blast does grab a kill on her. Oh goodness, there is such low health too. Quang went down as well. That's a 2 for 1 so far. Oh no, Murdoch shows up at the exact wrong time against the exact wrong enemies. Stasis Bomb comes out. Can Twin Blast get in there and get a kill? He's going to chase down both of them. Yes, he's going to double tap onto the Grux. Rampage is going to get knocked up from through the wall by Bellica, and then followed up the Stasis Bomb. Rampage forced to leap out. Wraith no health. Rampage low on health, though recovering. Oh my, wow, what a play. The Aurora goes in there. She steals the Orb Prime. That was huge. With the Orb Prime and 16 kills ahead for the red team, they would have easily taken out all three tier 2 inhibitor towers and probably, all 3 tier 2 towers and probably an inhibitor. That was a massive play. That's just what they need if they want to get back in this game. Now, if they could secure some of these bounties, which the only 2 left are from Barry and Wraith in the duo lane, they're going to offset that difference even more. But yes, that's blue team, 10 kills. Red team, 26 kills. Bellica, knowing Fangtooth's up, she's going to go down to the left side river, start warding. Wraith, he wants this evolved river bug, and he's going to take it out with ease, granting himself a little bit of extra shield. Decker shows up. Wraith going to try to chase her down with a nanite grenade. Knock, knock, but she's going to drop the containment field and get out of there. Wraith going to clean up that blue ward. Blue is now blind to the Fangtooth. Decker and Bellica grouped up together in this hallway. Hallways are such a weird thing to fight in my opinion. You got to be very careful because a lot of champs can do sneaky attacks through the walls or around the walls, like we saw with Grux pulling that Murdoch earlier, that little smash and grab around the corner. Oh goodness, I got hung up on terrain. Alright, Grux now sweeping that left side river. He wants to deny as much vision as possible before they engage here. Bellica and Aurora both Bellica does have the Orb Prime buff here. Quang wants to go in, hits his tether, Seismic Assault comes out to deny. Aurora walking up, Hoarfrosting that hits the Gideon. Smash and grab comes out and hits both Aurora and Bellica. Black Hole comes out. He's going to take out Bellica. Aurora's going to go in there. She's going to hit the Cloud Sizer. Emergency Galactum. Hoarfrost comes down too. Boreal Sweep, is it enough? Quang chasing down. He's going to take them both out. Ooh, tough. Right when they had just secured that buff too. Maybe if they had had more minions, they could have won that fight. Decker going to engage on the Quang. Oh, not knowing the rest of the enemy team's here. And she's going to get blown up by the Rampage Quang combo. Twin Blast goes in. He's going to finish off one. Quang and Rampage still want to fight. Twin Blast full health, and he is a carry, an off-lane carry, so he's not that far behind. He can fight this Rampage support, and he will. Look at that damage. Rock throw comes out and misses. Pounce comes back. Here's the Ventilate ultimate from the from the Twin Blast. Wraith shows up. They're going to duel. This is a duel of fates here, and the Twin Blast will secure it while Grux takes the Fangtooth. That's red team 2 Fangtooth to blue team's 1 Orb Prime off the map. All waves look to be in a relatively neutral position with the left ADC lane's wave. Red side has the minion advantage here, so those minions are going to push into the blue tier 2 tower if they're not contested. That's a good bit of free farm there if somebody wants to go and collect it.
Make a hold.
Bellic and Twin Blast rolling up here through the mid lane. Grux on to the blue side jungler's red buff, and he's gonna take it. He's gonna take it with the jungle smite. It's hard to I thought he didn't make it, but he used his crush ability to charge over that. Nanite grenade, not nanite grenade, vortex grenade going out from the Twin Blast, trying to slow up this Grux, but he's dancing. He's dancing. Left and right around that corner. Grenade's not going to connect. I think he wants to just get as much poke as he can there. The big wave is crashing on the left lane. Decker and Aurora, they're both to clean it up. Going to share some of that XP. They both need it. Twin Blast diving in there, dashing in there, hits a grenade, forcing the Gideon to blink out. Wow, that was a good move. Another grenade, but it's not going to connect. Nanite grenade comes out from Wraith, followed up by the knock-knock. Quang going to show up with Rampage in the right time, and he's just caught out too far. Quang going to chase down Lieutenant Bellica. He will be able to, actually, with that Nanite grenade hitting, followed up. The Rock, I think, missed. What was that? Hold on, no, I saw it back it up go down. Let's watch from this angle here. Nanite grenade for the slow. Knock-knock follow-up. Back it up. Pulls Bellica out of the tether, but it doesn't matter. She goes into the waiting arms of the entire enemy team. That's gonna hurt. Decker now looks like, oh goodness, 3 red members showing up into the left lane. Is blue team gonna have enough damage here to hold this off? They're disconnected from each other, so Decker cannot provide any crowd control to Murdoch. She's taking a ton of damage. Containment Fist goes down to try to keep him off, but she just can't. Rampage jumping in. Wraith knock-knock goes down. Grux will hit one of the stasis traps, but it's just, he just does not have enough. The thing is, and as is with most carries, they are going to have a lot of single target damage, making some of those team fights really difficult if they don't have someone around to control the crowd for them. Now let's back it up and see what's going on here. Quang and Gideon attacking this Aurora mid lane. Aurora's gonna, was that a flash in? Cryo-size him onto the Gideon, followed up Boreal Sweep. Black Hole comes out, not enough damage, gonna take out the Gideon. Aurora now using a little glacial passive, another Boreal Sweep to slow the Quang. He uses his shield of the heavens. Judgment of the Heavens comes down, the Hoarfrost comes out, he surges, dashes, hits the Hoarfrost, he's gonna have to flash out. Wow, Aurora almost just outplayed him. If he didn't have flash there, he was most certainly dead. Grux, Wraith, and Rampage pushing into this left side inhibitor. This is not looking good for the blue team. You lose this inhibitor, you're gonna have someone over here at all times clearing up these waves, these super minion waves. Otherwise, the minions will turn into winions, and they will win this game. Twin Blast now showing up. Going over to the left side, Quang low health in the mid. Twin Blast wants to try to fight here. He engages onto the Wraith, deals a bunch of damage, actually gets the kill, but dies for it as well. Lieutenant Bellica drops the Void Throne, trying to drain some of the mana from that Rampage. Now her ultimate is going to do maximum damage to anyone who's missing all of their mana, and it is huge damage. However, missing a mid, left, and right side inhibitor, this is not looking good for the blue team. Core down to 70% health, only from minions. No enemies have hit this. Now Core down to 55% health. All the minions now cleared up. Regular minions spawning for the blue team. They're going to go ahead and start clearing these. Do as much last hitting as you can. Grux and Rampage easily going to take this Orb Prime by themselves. They don't even need teammates. I mean, teammates, yeah, they'll show up, but let's see. Look, they killed it before they could get there. That's the crazy thing about a Rampage support, is you have so much extra objective and jungle control. And Rampage gets HP regeneration while he's in the jungle, so he can't heal up quite a lot. The numbers are low when you look at him on paper, but it's quite a lot in practice. Aurora now out mid lane, trying to clear up these waves, pushing them out. Bellica pushed out to her tier 2. Quang pushing in with his Orb Prime buff. This does not look good for the blue team. If I had to take a guess now, I'd say this game was about to be ending really soon. Yeah, indeed. 30 minutes into the game, death respawn timer is going to be at least 60 seconds, probably closer to 70, 75. You got red team all pushing in their waves. A little disconnected. Rux and Quang up here with their buffs, and they're going to... I'm not sure what they're going to fight. They're going to 2v4 here. Quang uses his ultimate there to dash to teleport in there. Let's just watch this play out. Smashing Grab comes down onto Aurora while Twin Blast kills the Quang. I mean, he hits the Aurora, but Aurora, she does her thing. Glacial Charge out of there. They just gave up 2 kills for free. All they needed to do was wait for the rest of their teammates, but I guess they must have got cocky looking at that scoreboard. They said, hey, man, we got almost twice as many kills. Let's just go in there and kill them in this game. But no, blue team said, no way, we're not going down that easy. We're not going down without a fight. Wraith and Rampage in their duo lane pushing up. Gideon in the mid lane pushing up. Super minions in the right lane pushing up. Decker gonna go clean those up. Wow, okay, I still think that they can end this game here. Uh-oh, Aurora catches the Gideon in the jungle. He's gonna portal out. That's a 15, I mean, he's probably got an 18-second cooldown there. Rampage throws his rock. Stars fall onto the Aurora. Hoarfrost goes out. Are they gonna engage onto the Aurora? Wraith sneaking around the side. Murdoch hits the shotgun blast, pushes the Gideon back. He's low health. Oh goodness, I got caught up. I want to get a different angle here. Let's back this up 10 seconds. We'll watch it again. There's the Wraith coming around the side. Hits an Nanite grenade. Gideon throwing the Cosmic Rift. Rampage now ulting. Bellica hits the Seismic Assault. Void Bomb goes out and hit the Rampage. He's such a huge target. Look at that health region while he's in the jungle. It gets doubled when he's in Behemoth. And Twin Blast's going to come around the side from the middle, go in there and kill that Gideon. Will he be able to chase down that Rampage here? Murdoch showing up, and he's got good damage now. Wraith forced to flash out. Ventilate ultimate comes out from the Twin Blast. Rock gonna hit the Murdoch, miss the Twin Blast. Twin Blast gonna flash and dash in there. Wow, let's see that. That was some real Devil May Cry style points there. Come on, show me that sweet flash and dash. Here it is. Flash, dash. Ooh, man, wow, what a play. Great job, Twin Blast. Now, you got enemy minions in the base, but Aurora's there, and she should have the wave clear to deal with this. Probably not a ton of damage. No, not a ton of damage, but it's an AoE, and that's what you need when you're clearing these waves. AoE damage. It's the best way to do it. Revenant, a high DPS single target champion, has a hard time clearing these waves. The core is actually recharged all the way up to 79%. I can't believe it. Now, it looks like we got a fight going down here on Fangtooth, Becker and Delica. They don't want them to have it for free, but there's just not much they can do. They are playing safe. They're not going in there. They've got a ward down, so they see it happening, but they can't see the health bar. Seismic Assault goes down. They'll be trying to go for the steal. Aurora, Glacial Charge right over, hitting a huge Cryo Slicer on the 3 members, smiting and stealing the Fangtooth. Oh my goodness, Hoarfrost comes out and triple all up, and that's just massive death when Twin Blast and Bellica finally get over that wall. I'm hearing minions hitting the base. Are they going to be enough to take it out? No, core down to 50%. And Aurora and Murdoch both going to come through. And wow, what a play. I'm not sure what to think here. Orb Prime is on about a 20, maybe 30-second timer until it respawns. All the inhibitors are still down, so you have to deal with the super minions. Core's at 47% health, little shade under 50% health. Meaning you have to watch out. Any one wave that gets through can end it. And red team, despite their doing their best to secure these later game objectives, first the Orb Prime, but then the Fangtooth, both being stolen. And wow, those are excellent jungle plays. And then you got the Twin Blast style points. Remember, that's the Twin Blast in the off lane. He's gonna be fed. He's gonna have farm. And that flash and dash, ooh, that was clean. I tell you, I love watching it. If it wasn't so far back, I'd back it up and watch it again. Warren now going to take the blast cone into the tier 2. Tier 2 goes down. Hoarfrost comes out. Gideon just trapped and dead before he can do anything. That's right, Twin Blast. He said, get some, Gideon. They're going to push this. Okay, now all inhibitors have respawned for the blue team. Aurora Twin Blast together on this right side. This is a good combo for late game fight. You got the Aurora CC. Now, if she can protect this Twin Blast and keep him alive, she will get her damage off no problem. The Twin Blast is going to do the real work here. Throwing out those grenades on the Rampage. They're pushing up these minion waves. They're not super minions, but they are going to hold up the enemy minions here. Quang dodging in onto the Twin Blast. He knows that Twin Blast is a real threat. Smash and Grab comes out, but is gonna miss. Aurora trying to do her best to peel. Twin Blast goes down. Crosseyes comes out. Belica and Decker both show up with the Murdoch. Aurora now going down, but I think it's too late. Rampage having to jump out. Quang, one shot from death. Lieutenant Belica flashes out. Murdoch and Decker still together. What are they going to do? Minions pushing into the red team's core. Oh no, I don't think the minions will take it, but Rampage will fall. Grux will fall. Quang, eventually he's going to get out back up into base, but this is not good for the red team. Look at those respawn timers. Gideon, he's going to be up in 13 seconds. There's no threat to the blue core right now. It's the red core that's in danger. This match has been turned around. Can they finish though? Quang comes out. He's taking massive damage from the Murdoch. If he can make more shots, maybe a couple more abilities, he could have got the Murdoch, but it just wasn't enough for 15%, 5%, and wow, what a game. Thank you everyone so much for being here. If you have a game of Predecessor that you would like casted, you can whisper us on Twitch at TurkeyJarTV or send us an email over at turkeyjarmedia@gmail.com. Thank you everyone for being here today, and a special thanks to our players in this match. I hope you have a great evening, a wonderful morning, and an excellent weekend or week. Good night, and God bless you, friends. Turkey out.